Falling asleep is one of life's greatest joys, when it happens in the right place. But sometimes, exhaustion strikes at the worst possible moment, and people end up dozing off in the most unexpected and hilarious locations. Whether it's due to sheer tiredness, boredom, or just bad timing, these stories of accidental napping will make you laugh. Here are 10 of the funniest times people fell asleep in the wrong place. 1. The student who took a surprise nap in class. Every student has experienced the struggle of staying awake in a particularly boring lecture. One unlucky student, trying to fight off sleep, rested their head for just a second, only to wake up at the end of class with drool on their desk, a half-written note that makes no sense, and the whole class staring at them. Worse yet, the professor probably noticed and made a joke about it. 2. The office worker who slept through a meeting. Meetings can be dull, but for one office worker, it was way too comfortable. They nodded off mid-meeting, head bobbing dangerously, until, bam, their forehead hit the table. The loud noise startled the whole team, and there was no way to play it off. The worst part? The boss was right in front of them. Goodbye, promotion. 3. The commuter who slept past their stop. There's nothing better than a quick nap on public transportation, until you wake up miles past your stop. One exhausted passenger dozed off on a train, only to wake up at the last station, far from home, with no idea how to get back. To make things worse, they had to take the same train back, facing the same people who saw them sleeping in the first place. 4. The shopper who napped in a furniture store. A tired shopper thought it would be harmless to test out a bed in a furniture store. But instead of just lying down for a moment, they fully fell asleep. An employee had to gently wake them up, and they walked out pretending nothing happened, except their face still had pillow marks on it. 5. The gym goer who passed out on a yoga mat. One fitness enthusiast, after an intense workout, decided to take a short break on a yoga mat. But that break turned into a full nap right in the middle of the gym. Other gym goers didn't know whether to wake them up or just let them sleep, so they awkwardly worked out around them. It wasn't until an employee tapped them on the shoulder that they realized their mistake. 6. The traveler who slept on a stranger's shoulder. Long flights can be exhausting, and sometimes, people doze off in the worst ways. One unfortunate traveler, completely unaware, leaned over and fell asleep on a stranger's shoulder for hours. When they woke up, the stranger awkwardly smiled and said, "Glad I could be your pillow." The embarrassment? Unbearable. 7. The party guest who fell asleep mid-conversation. Imagine chatting at a party, then suddenly realizing the person you're talking to has dozed off mid-sentence. That's exactly what happened to one party guest who was so tired that they nodded off while holding a drink. They woke up confused, still clutching their cup, while their friends laughed at them for years afterward. 8. The gamer who fell asleep holding the controller. Some people are so dedicated to gaming that they push through exhaustion, until their body says, nope. One gamer was in the middle of an intense online match when they dozed off, their character standing still. Their teammates kept yelling at them through the headset, only to hear light snoring instead of a response. 9. The library napper who became part of the furniture. Libraries are quiet and cozy, which makes them the perfect accidental napping spot. One student, exhausted from studying, fell asleep so deeply that when the library closed, staff almost didn't notice them. They woke up to a dark, empty library and had to awkwardly explain themselves to security. 10. The wedding guest who slept through the vows. Weddings can be long, and one guest at a fancy ceremony just couldn't fight it anymore. Right in the middle of the vows, they fell asleep in their chair, only to wake up during the loud applause, completely confused. Their sleepy face is now immortalized in wedding photos forever. Accidentally falling asleep in the wrong place is embarrassing, but at least it makes for a great story later. Next time you feel sleepy in public, remember these people, and maybe drink some coffee first.